Hello all. In this video, we're going to look at factorizing quadratics where a equals 1. Remember, a is the coefficient of x squared. So in all the examples that I have taken in this video, the coefficient of x squared is 1. Now let's have a look how to factorize it. So the method is we write times under the constant number. Constant is where you do not have a variable. So we write down x, we write down times under the constant number, and we write plus under the coefficient of x, which is 7 in our example. That means we are looking for two numbers that times to give 12. The same two numbers should add to give 7. Now to help us think those two numbers, we can draw a spider diagram and think of all the pairs that times to give 12. 1 times 12 gives 12, but the difference is not 7, so that's not our answer. 2 times 6 is 12, but the difference is not 7. 3 times 4, that's 12 as well. The difference is not 7, but when we add them, we get 7. So these are our numbers. So 3 times 4 makes 12, and 3 add 4 makes 7. Now to write down our final answer, we draw two brackets. In each bracket, we're going to write down x because x is our variable. Then because the numbers are positive, so we're going to write down plus in each of our brackets and then write down the numbers. The 3, so let's write down 3. The other number is 4, so we're going to write down 4. And that is our answer, these two brackets. X plus 3 and x plus 4. In exam, we get 1 mark for each correct bracket. Let's have a look at another example. X squared plus 3x minus 10. Again, we're going to write down times under the constant number, which is negative 10, and add under the coefficient of x. So we got to think of two numbers that times to give negative 10. The same two numbers should add to give 3. We can use a spider diagram to help us think of those two numbers. So 1 times 10 is 10, but the difference is not 3, so that's not our number. 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10, and the difference between the two is 3, so that is possibly our answer. Let's write it down. So 5, 2, 5, 2. We still need to check on the sign because that 10 is a negative 10, so one of the number has to be negative. Let's see which one is going to be negative. We're going to use 3 to decide that. Because we need a positive 3 after adding them to, that means this number, 5, the big number, has to be positive. The small number means that's going to be negative. 5 times negative 2, that's your negative 10. And 5 add negative 2, that's your positive 3. Now draw two brackets. In each bracket, write down x. And then we got to write down our numbers here. That's a positive 5, write down plus 5. That's a negative 2, so write down minus 2. And that would be our final answer. Let's have a look at example 3. Here both these numbers are negative. Let's write down times there and add there. Now we're looking at two numbers that times to give negative 27. The same two numbers should add to give negative 6. Let's have a look at what those two numbers should be. We can use a spider diagram to help us. Let's draw it over here. So 1 times 27. The gap is way too big. That's not the number. 3 times by 9. 3 times 9, that's 27. and the gap, the difference is 6. So that's possibly our answer. Let's write it down. 9 and 3, 9 and 3. Now let's check which number is going to be negative. We need a negative answer when we add them. That means the bigger number has to be negative. So 9 is negative and 3 has to be positive. Negative 9 times 3 is negative 27. Negative 9 add 3 is negative 6. Now draw 2 brackets. In each bracket, let's write down x and then write down our numbers. So that's our negative 9, so write down minus 9. Positive 3, so write down plus 3. And that will be your answer. 1 mark for each correct bracket. Let's have a look at our final example. X squared minus 9x plus 20. Let's write down times under the constant and plus under the coefficient of x. So we are looking at two numbers that times to give 20 and add to give negative 9. Let's use a spider diagram again to help us decide what those two numbers are going to be. So 1 and 20, too big of a gap? No. 2 and 10, 2 times 10, 20, but 2 add 10 is going to be 12. And if I take away, it's 8, so that's not our number. 4 and 5. 4 times 5, 20. And if I add 4 and 5, I'll get 9. So that's our number. So that's 5. 4 and 5. We still got to check on the sign because we need a negative 9. So negative 4 add negative 5. If you add two negative numbers, that's when you get negative 9. So negative 4 add negative 5, that gives you negative 9. And negative 4 times negative 5 will give you positive 20. So our numbers are negative 4 and negative 5. Let's do two brackets again. In each bracket, write down x and then write down numbers. So negative 4, so write down minus 4. Other number is negative 5, so write down minus 5. And these two brackets are our answer. Hope you all understand factorizing quadratics. If you got any question, please write down in the comment box. Thank you.